Well, hello, you all. Welcome to Straight from the Dome, session number 21. I'm so glad you stopped by today. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Give me the thumbs up and we can get started. Today's topic is entitled Nosiness Can Be the Death of Us. This is something that it was just on me because I've actually witnessed how damaging and with the swiftness it can be for a person to tend to somebody else's business. And the anger level is out of this world, which can sometimes, not just in the instances I know of, any instances, and it could be the death of us. So, with that being said, let's get it cracking, okay? Nosiness can be the death of us. We all as human beings have a little bit of nosiness in us. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's straight facts. You know, we all have a bit of nosiness. We need to know. We have that in us. But as citizens, we must all respect and honor each person's personal space and privacy. As a Christian, a saved person, we must refrain from entering someone's personal space. However, at the same time, we do have the responsibility to help one another stay from hurt, harm, or danger from evil spirits, evil dwellings, evil doings. No, we can't tell anyone what to do. But what we can do is advise them of the dangerous space from which they are entering in if they proceed onto that wrong path. The damnation of their soul rests upon that bad decision that they make if they decide to do so. So we have that advice we can give them, you know. Now, some people take this as judgment. Oh, you trying to judge me? I'm going to go to hell if I... Okay, listen to this. No, it's not, no, it's not judgment. It's all how you present the facts to somebody, how you enlighten a person. The Holy Spirit, when allowed, will guide you of how to approach someone if it's necessary. Sometimes the Holy Spirit will, when you listen, will direct you to just pray from a distance, because the person that you're talking to may not be ready to hear what you have to say. Or maybe we ourselves are not where we need to be in our walk to give anybody any kind of advice. See, sometimes people talk out of turn. You speaking on stuff you don't know about, and you shouldn't. Some people have in their mind that you can't tell me anything because you on the same level as me. Okay. For certain, you, me, he, she, we, us are no better than the next person. That's number one. Okay? But we are on different levels, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, all of which gives all the capability in the world to give advice according to the experience from which they are qualified to speak on. If you ain't qualified, you ain't experienced what you're trying to give advice to somebody on, be quiet. Pray from a distance. Keep your mouth closed. Meaning you can't advise me on anything you have no experience in or knowledge of. For instance, If a soldier or an unsaved person is drinking to the point that they are damaging their health, cirrhosis of the liver drinking, okay? If we are a recovering addict or substance abuser ourselves, we can assist them from the experience that's under our belt. We can assist if we had close-hand experience with an abuser of alcohol, a mama, daddy, a child, a sister, or a brother. We can assist if we've been professionally trained to do so. We can assist if we are assisting on a path of soul correction, not health correction. More so of the damnation of the individual if they continue to go down that path of over drinking, becoming an alcoholic, destroying their holy temple. That's when you can speak on that note. If you are a saved person speaking to someone else that may be saved that's going through this, or a person that's not saved that's going through this. Another instance is relationship stuff. If we're going to give advice on relationship do's and don'ts, we need experience, discernment, and knowledge of the situation at hand. If you don't have either of the three, keep your mouth closed. We can speak on the facts without invading, which only the Holy Spirit can guide you on that. You try to do that on your own, you might be speaking out of turn and cause somebody to hurt you. Okay? We can't speak in a way of heaven or hell as judging a destination for the individual. We can't speak about particulars in that relationship if we have no experience in that particular situation within a relationship. The individual seeking divorce. If you haven't been divorced or sought for divorce sometime in your life, you can't possibly understand the heartbreak of that decision to get divorced. You can't speak on that because you don't understand what the person is actually going through. However, as a Christian, you can speak on the facts of the Bible and leave the choice up to the individual. What you make, that's your damnation, or that's where you can excel from. Get up from that situation and move on. If any person is having premarital sex within relationship, it is not our business. This is where we have to have discernment and speak with the guidance of the Holy Spirit on the facts and the consequences of the choices made. Because you can get cussed out, shunned, beat down, or killed, minding somebody else's business. So you have to know, first of all, you have to be in a level within your walk to be able to advise. But if you have overcame premarital sex, you got through that, and you're in the shape within your journey to advise on that, then you can speak. You'll be able to tell somebody on firsthand, how you can get through it and how to pray with that person so they can make the right choice. If you married or have never done it, divorce or whatever, or premarital sex or something, you can't tell nobody, anybody, anything about not having premarital sex is wrong. Yes, we know we ain't supposed to be doing it. But if you ain't never been through it or gotten past it or gotten over it, you can't speak to me on that. You better just stick to, the facts in the Bible concerning premarital sex. Not so much of what you think. That's where a lot of us go wrong at. But today, we are dwelling on how just being nosy alone can be the death of us. It's all right to give advice. It's all right to recommend. It's all right to straight the facts. But if you don't have discernment, not discernment, but that too, that's definitely. But if you're not on a level where you've been praying and you got that tight relationship with God, you can't pray for nobody. Because your prayer probably ain't getting no further than ceiling. So it's important that you work on yourself and build yourself up with your connection with God, where you can be able to wing somebody back or give advice on how to, get over the situation at hand. So, like I say, sometimes being nosy can be the death of us. Because we cross that line between concerned and just being nosy. When we go out of our way to pry into a person's personal life, something that's not publicly known, you had to dig for this. That could be the death of you. Stop digging so deep trying to find out people's personal business. Because before you know it, you'll be going through that same thing. And you don't want your business blown up. So, you don't want yours blown up, stop doing that to somebody else. Mind your business. I can't say that loud enough. Mind your business. If you're in a, let's see, when we intervene in a situation that doesn't concern us, this can be the death of us. When we are told or directed to do something or leave a particular situation or scene, we should adhere. Don't try to stick around being nosy or trying to be the big person. If you have common sense already, you already know to leave. Okay? You already know this. Because, trust me, when somebody says, stay right here, or I'll be right back, or be here when I get back, stop trying to be bad guy. Stop trying to prove a point. Because the people you're trying to prove the point to can care less about you. Leave. Leave. Keep your mouth closed and leave. If you're a witness to that, leave. Because you don't want to be a real witness to what's about to happen. Stop trying to be nosy to that point. Because it can be the death of you. Let me tell you a brief story to kind of, in a good book, that kind of gives you an example of how being nosy can be the death of you. Okay? Let's go into the first book of the Bible, Genesis, chapter 18, 19. Maybe a little bit of 20. This is the Lord, at this point in time, the Lord was so upset and disgusted with this particular city called Sodom. God was speaking with Abraham. And he told him, that's in previous chapters. He was talking, about things that was going on and what was about to go down. And anyway, God spoke with Abraham and said, look, if you can find me 50 righteous people, I won't destroy that terrible city. They got everything under the sun going on. I'm sick of it. Abraham, let me tell you, to make a long story short, Abraham went back and forth with God to the point he couldn't even find 10. He went all the way down to 10. If you can give me 10. He couldn't even present 10 people to God, people that was righteous. So God sent some men to Lot, which is Abraham's nephew. And he instructed Lot and his family to leave that city, because God was getting ready to tear it up. He was getting ready to tear it down. And I want you to get your family and go to the next city over, to stay out of harm's way. And God told them, whatever you do, when you hear stuff going on, because it's about to go down, don't look back. Because if you do, you will be destroyed. Now that part right there was Genesis 19 and 17. You will be destroyed if you look back. He told them to flee to the city called Zoar. So soon after, God rained brimstone and fire. I mean, it was terrible against Sodom and Gomorrah. And during the flee, Lot and his wife and family, they took off. And being nosy, going against the grain, what God told them not to do, Lot's wife looked back. And she turned into a pillar of salt. Hard-headed. Want to be so nosy because they left all their stuff behind, and might have been some friends, some homegirls, whatever. Left them behind and just so eager to just want to see what all God was doing back there. She had to turn around. And guess what? Lot and them ain't turned around to see what happened with her. They kept it moving because they know what God told them to do and what not to do. So, the moral of the story is being nosy, wanting to see about everybody else's situation, can get you killed. Get in your word. Read your word. It's all right to be concerned. It's all right to give advice. It's all right to recommend sometimes. But you have to adhere to what the Holy Spirit is telling you, to know when, to know how, and to who. Because sometimes you may have to pray from a distance for the individual, not intervene into their privacy. If you are close with that individual, the Holy Spirit will guide you of when and how. But if you try to do things on your own, being nosy, because it's a difference between wanting to have concern, having genuine concern for a person in the situation, than a person that's just trying to be nosy so they can take your information and run with it. Because first of all, if you saved and you filled with the Holy Spirit, honey, you're not going to do that. No way. But if you're not where you need to be within your walk, you'll do it. You'll do it. We have been guilty of, girl, they told me, or man, they told me. We got to do better than that. We got to learn to do better than that. One, we can get killed. Okay? If you want to die, you die for a cause. You die because you are servant of God. You are a follower of Christ. not because you was out there being nosy. Know the difference. We all have a pinch of nosiness, but you got to know where to draw the line. Mind your business. I can't say this enough. If it's your friend, your family member, you can, like I said, listen to the Holy Spirit. Let the Holy Spirit guide you on how to do it, how to speak with that person. Don't try to do it on your own. Look at here. You know you better stop doing it. Stop it. Nobody likes being lectured to. You don't like it. So why you want to do that to somebody else? I'm just telling you. Because you got to understand where you sit and when you should stand up for whatever. Okay? Sometimes it's the time to be quiet. Sometimes it's the time to say something. You got to know the difference. So from me to you, this is advice. Keep your mouth closed. Ask the Holy Spirit for guidance when you want to approach somebody, give advice, or whatever. What you need to do is work on you, read your word, pray, study, and then you'll have that experience under your belt, that connection under your belt where you can help someone else. Because you know right here from straight from the dome, honey, it's about love. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes truth hurts, but we need to hear it. Me, you, the next person, we need to hear it. Because right here, we're going to face the facts and we're going to get through things together. Straight from the dome. I love you. And I'll see you the next session number 22. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. And I'll see you next weekend. Straight from the dome. Peace.